Day 9 tiling project, and hopefully you can see the mountains of Mindanao. They're really showing up very clear this morning. Right in the center of the screen is a mountain range in Mindanao. It's about 50 kilometers away, so what is that, 32 miles away. You can see the cloud cover is pretty low over the ocean, but you really get a good look of Mindanao from our vantage point. So it looks like the weather is going to be pretty decent. Of course, the laser beam is out. A whole bunch of grouting to do. We're getting close. And I'm going to help out with grouting as well. Probably get to that tomorrow, I would think. The guys are here, getting ready to start. It's right 8 a.m. I was able to get enough tile, so that's a nice update for you guys. Remember, I was 29 tiles short. So what is that? So 30 divided by 4 is what? About 8 boxes? A little less than 8 boxes short. So we went back to Dumaguete to get more of the bullnose, the molding. And I have learned, and so many of you say the same thing that live here, if you tip well, if you tip the guys when they load your truck well enough, they know your face. So I always go to Sabulin. And you know, I take care of the guys, and I don't normally go to Dumaguete. So the first trip there, you know, you got good service, but not fantastic service. And then of course I tip them, and then now I walk in there, they rush to take care of me. So I said I needed 10 more pieces. I think I needed 8. I said give me 10, so I don't have to go back. And one of the guys says, "Sir, do you need any more of that tile?" And I said, "No, I bought it all out. You said there was 75 cases." And I bought all 75, 3 trips, 25, 25, 25. And he said, "No, sir, there's 5 more boxes there. So that's 20 tile." And I said, "Is it the same batch number?" And he says, "I think so. Let me check." So he came back, and it was the same batch. So that was 20 of the 29 that I needed. So we went to a birthday party, and it was over in Valencia, and Wilma said, let's take a swing over to Sabulin, because remember, there was 29 over there. So now I have 20 and 20 boxes, or 20 pieces, so I only need 29 to go. And there was 29 in Sabulin at least 3 or 4 days before. So we took a ride over there, and they actually had 35, all of the same batch. They tried to sell us a couple boxes of a different batch. I told them I didn't want it. So 20 and 35 is 55. I needed 49. I think I'm good to go. The fact that we are going 1 tile wider saves me another 10. So that's 34 and 10 is 44 when I need 29. So I can always exchange if I want for store credit, or just save them, because you know, the chance of breaking tile over the years, it's good to have some spares. So now I feel good that we have plenty of tile of this batch, this color, to do the dirty kitchen. So now it's just a matter of making it happen. So today is the day of cuts. So they got a lot done. Their last day of tiling. And I have another story to tell. Only in the Philippines. So every tile here has to be cut. There's going to be a piece in the back. And then this is going to be a full tile and a piece going all the way down. So the issue is, on Friday and Saturday, because today's Monday, the guys didn't show up. So we have their number. We gave them a call, and Disco says, Mom, I got caught at a checkpoint with the PNP, Philippine National Police, and they must be listening to me because I just seen Disco laugh. So they do have checkpoints here. For those of you who don't know, never been to the Philippines, the Philippine National Police set up checkpoints. And they basically have the opportunity to stop every car or scooter that goes through. And they normally don't. Usually, you know, they just stop a small percentage. There's usually, I don't know, anywhere from 6 to 10 police. And they just randomly pick people. So typically what happens with the locals is they see the checkpoint. And my understanding is if you don't go through the checkpoint, they will not pursue you. So you could do a U-turn. You can do a U-turn right in front of them and they don't come after you. They only check if you go through the checkpoint. So typically, when you come up to a checkpoint, maybe 1 to 300 meters before the checkpoint, there could be 50, 75, 100 scooters just parked. And the PNP can see them, but they don't walk over and check them. And you know that they don't want to go through the checkpoint because they don't have registration or don't have insurance, don't have a license, they're not wearing a helmet, whatever the case may be, or all the above. So we said, why didn't you turn around? He says, I didn't catch it in time. Drove right through. They pulled him over, and Disco had his scooter impounded. So it cost him 1,000 pesos. So that's about $18 to get it out. So he didn't get his scooter until Saturday afternoon. So we're day 9. We could be day 11, but right now we're day 9 because they missed 2 days because of Disco's scooter being impounded. So only in the Philippines. So today's going to be a cut day. A lot of pieces going down to be cut. We'll square this off. Not sure with the amount of cuts if they're going to get completed or not. And look at the mess of Prince. He did not finish his food and made a mess. So that is day 9 morning update. I was able to do the video of our friends Sandy and Ellen. Got that done and up this morning, uploaded to YouTube this morning. And I was able to do the cost analysis of building today compared to 2 years ago. So those videos are out there. And then I'm not going to wait till next Sunday to do the roof rafter update with our neighbors. I'm going to try to fit it in. I'm going to try not to do it while they're there. So when they all leave the work site, and if it's a decent day, not raining, if the lighting looks good, I'm going to get over there in the next couple days and do a real thorough video because I want to talk about a very important subject, actually extremely important, how you tie your roof to the home. Very important with being in a typhoon area because of lift. You know, these concrete structures are going nowhere for the most part with a typhoon. Typically what happens is the roofs come off, and that's because of the lift. The wind gets up underneath the overhangs. So see how this is a 2-meter overhang right here from the edge of the house. Oh, it feels good to get out of the sun. From there to here is 2 meters. So really the worry is the wind getting under here and lifting up. And that's typically the damage that you see in homes. And if you look at our neighbor's home, take a walk on the coping here. And I'll do just a real quick zoom for you. See how his roof is actually inserted? So that's different. It's inserted down in. So if there is a lot of wind, it's not going to hit the roof. You know, the house is going to take the wind. And that's very, very similar to us. Our difference is the large beams is for the curb appeal, and that's several feet above the roof, and even on this side, as well as that side, the metal roofing is down several inches from the perimeter of the concrete. So wind can come from any angle, and it's really not going to hit the metal roofing, so very little lift. Actually, I can't see how it can have any lift, because the wind is going to hit the concrete, and the wind will just be on top. If anything, it's going to push down on it. There'll be no lift at all. So that's how a lot of the architects design here, and they do that because that's typically what happens when there's a high winds and a typhoon, is the roofs come off the homes. Usually the structure stands, but not the roof. And I guess our concern is the glass. That's a concern if a lot of wind comes this way. But we could also open up all the panels and let the air come in if there's a typhoon, just get a little wet in there. So there you have it. That's our morning update. And we'll get back to you later in the day. All right, midday update. Can you see the pool? What do you see? About an inch of rain today. This really sheds water nicely. We got an inch of rain in the last couple hours, and you can see no more puddle in here, just some residue. That big issue over there is taken care of. So, inch of rain quick. I don't know if you can see the guys walking up. Right there. That's a Balak Bion box that our son sent about 3 months ago, 3 months ago? 2.5. 2.5 months?
Yes.
So it's a Balak Bion box full of goodies for us, things that we wanted. Yeah, they're going to come up and deliver it, so I'll give you a quick update as the guys are coming up. Making some nice progress. It rained pretty hard here, but they didn't seem to mind. I mean, they worked on the inside, but they got all the way down. Got just 3 pretty intricate cuts they have to work on. But look at Disco. Got really ahead. That's not in yet. That one's not in yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And that one is cut, so 14. So 14 pieces already set up, ready to go in. So that'll be their afternoon. So this Balak Bion box was sent from New York. Took 2.5 months. You want me hold Prince?
Yeah.
Hey guys, mayun hapon. So they're bringing it right in, full of goodies. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. I'm gonna put it right inside, and we'll open that up and see what surprises. We made a list for our son of what we want. Wait. You don't want him going inside, right, boy? Better get a better grip on him here. He definitely doesn't want anybody in the house. What's that, boy? Who's that? Huh? 2.5 months, so that's not bad. Goes out of the port in Carteret, New Jersey, and it comes right across. I believe it goes through Panama Canal, and then goes to Manila. And then once it goes through customs, then it gets chassised on tractor trailer, or loaded. I'm sorry, not chassis. It gets loaded into a tractor trailer, and then it comes via ferry. See what they do? They take a picture. So they've taken a photo of it being delivered with Wilma in the background, and then they'll send that photo to our son for positive verification that it actually made it. I'm just stepping back because of Prince, but that's real door-to-door service. Take a photo and send it back to the customer in the U.S. who actually shipped it. We use UMAC for many years, 20 plus years, sending bell and buying boxes from New York to Leyte, usually for Christmas. So, what's that, boy? What's that, boy? So I've been working with him. I've been working with him with a certain word. I'm not going to do it right now, but it does trigger him. He does not want anybody in the house. But a real good service. I think it's about $110 to ship. It was $100 when we shipped ours back 2 years ago. I think the price went up to $110. But they come to the house and pick it up, meaning the house in New York, and then they deliver it right here. So door-to-door service. And you just have to sign that you received it. They take a picture, and that's it. So they said 3 months, took 2.5. So they exceeded expectations. So UMAC came through for us again. So that's our update. The guys will keep plugging away. It does say chance of showers for the remainder of the day. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, end of day update. It's actually a little after 5. The guys wanted to stay just a little extra because they wanted to clean. They always do a preliminary cleaning, trying to get some of the mortar mix from the joints and wipe the tile down. It's still going to be a haze, but they get the initial. So today was the cut day. So remember this morning all these needed to be done. Hey, what is this? Look at that face. That's a good looking face. That's a long nose. So lots of cuts. Oh, that's the perfect face. So all cuts along there, all cuts along the back. And then what I want to show you is look at the job Disco did around this pole. Where is the joint? Can't see it until you get really close. Can you see it right here? And right here? Really nice job. So he's got 2 more to do. And then the last strip. The very last strip. So that's got to be done tomorrow. So I think it looks great. Really like it. This is really going to clean up nice. Remember why we did this? Primarily because of prints. So I think it's going to hold up nice, and then this is going to be a great spot for some dinner parties. When we have more than like 8-10 people, we could just put some tables and chairs out here. So that worked out real good. So I did another count of my tiles because I think I counted wrong. I counted this like 13 meters from here, and it's actually almost 15 meters. So I don't know why I thought it was 13. So that extra 2 meters, I think I'm still going to be a little short. So we're going to see how many of these pieces, and there's quite a few pieces over there. It looks like he's got about 8 of them that he'll be able to use here. So that's going to help. So what I did was I did preliminary. I said they're going to use a few boxes. And I did some numbers, and I think I'm going to be, I don't know, maybe a dozen short, 15 short. I'm not exactly sure. So again, you know, we're not tiling experts by any stretch, but definitely like what they're doing, and pretty impressed with that cut where you can't even see the joint at all. So another good day. We did get some sprinkle showers throughout the day, so the morning was really nice. And then all afternoon, it's been like this, and on and off sprinkles. So part of the day tomorrow we'll be finishing up in the carport, and then I want both guys to come out and start grouting this. And then I'll come right behind them and start sealing after the grout is dry. And I want to get this done because this is where we spend, obviously, the majority of our time, either inside the house or out here. Carport, we don't spend any time. Now, I did find, and I went to 2 different hardware stores, the 2 major hardware stores in the area that has, the biggest selection is City Hardware and Triumph Home Depot. And I asked the salesman both places, and I said, what is the best product that you have for concrete for driveways? And really the one didn't have really anything. It was all for like roofs. And that's what this is. This is for roofs. It's a membrane waterproofing for concrete roofs. And this stains. It must be porous. So when Prince runs on it with dirty feet, it gets dirty. So I don't want that here. So the only can I could find, it was at City Hardware, that had the word driveway on it, was this one. Take a look. So guys, let me know if you have any experience with that. It's about $25 a gallon. Again, it's the only one that actually on the back of the can, it says it's for driveways, concrete driveways, and it's rubberized. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to try here. So if you have any experience with that product, let me know. And it does come in light gray and dark gray. So I'll have to decide, probably go with the dark gray, but we'll see. But it does come in light or dark, comes in quite a few colors. They had, decent stock at City Hardware. So if anybody has any experience with that product, let me know. So there you have it. Day 9 of our tiling project.